Greetings people, this is Keith Imedesto doing my Let's Play Minecraft series using the Forge mod loader and the Direwolf 20 mod pack. Alright, so in the last 2 episodes or so, I think, I've been doing the, running the Ender Quarry in the Deep Dark. And I think in the last episode, it was a while ago since I recorded anything, I mean like not quite a week maybe. I ended up in the last episode just getting started doing stuff with Funky Locomotion. Maybe I just talked about it. I'm not sure. I don't know. Maybe I should have reviewed my last episode before starting. But anyway, we're going to do stuff with Funky Locomotion today. Because I have a build in mind. I just wanted to show a little thing. I made a little extension, a little room here off to the side. I got some drawbridges up here. Those 3 blocks right there are drawbridges. So I have a door here. This I just cleared out this little space here in order to have a place to expand my some of my applied energistics stuff, because I'm thinking I'm going to need some more drives presently. It might be nice to have more whatever these things are called, crafting and co-processing units and stuff, and more of these things, because I'm almost out of space for auto-crafting stuff. And it's a little bit, I mean, I could start putting stuff in the middle of the floor, but I don't generally like putting things in the middle of the floor. Anyway, so this I could put stuff back here, and it's got this glass wall in between, so that's kind of a nice look, you know, that you can see that there's a little I don't know what to call that, I keep on thinking addendum, but of course I'm sure there's some more, a term more specific to something in having to do with buildings than addendum. An annex? Maybe call it an annex, I'm not sure. Okay, so, besides that, I did work on adding some auto-crafting recipes for Funky Locomotion stuff. So, one of the basic components of Funky Locomotion is about building contraptions that can move, or you know, it's like a souped-up piston, vanilla piston. I read that it described as that. So, the first thing we want is a pusher. And there's already one pusher in here because I needed to make one in order to make the auto-crafting recipe for 2 additional things that need frame pushers, right? to make. I think frame pushers are all we're going to use, though. So this is all the things we need to make this thing. So let's go ahead and tell it to make it. I'm not sure how long it'll take. Oh, there. That didn't take so long. Whoops, I lost it. Besides, when I say this is all we're going to use, I don't mean we're going to use frames, of course, but besides those things, Funky Locomotion, besides pushers, it has blocks that pull and blocks that slide, and we're not gonna, I don't think, going to be needing those, but we are going to need these. We also need frame blocks, and those are also in here, frame blocks. Okay, so let's make 10. And those are the things we need for that. That shouldn't take too long. Unless it has to make some more metal. Oh, it is going to make some more metal. I needed more Invar. Okay. Oh, I guess I had some in my system already. Okay, so this is enough to show what this mod is about, I believe. Actually, I think that these blocks need power. So let's see if I have anything handy. I didn't think about this. I'm wondering if I have any power cells already in my system that I can. Oh, here we go, capacitor bank. That'll work, I believe. I guess we'll find out if it'll work. Okay, so this is just to test how this thing works. I guess I need to have on me a wrench. Okay, so I want to make this to go that way. Cool. Okay, and just to try this out, so this needs, I'm pretty sure this needs power. Let's get a button. But I'm going to test it without the power just to make sure that's the case. I wonder, I don't think there's an interface. If you right click on it, it doesn't do anything. Okay, so we stick a button on here, and then we put a block. I guess I need some, let me grab some bricks here. I guess I could probably do without that. Okay, so we put a brick right there, and then push the button, and nothing happens. Right, because it needs power. So we put that there. See if it works now. Yes. See that? It pushed the bricks back over, right? And if I put another one there and push the button, nothing will happen because it can push this brick, but it can't push that one. Okay, that's not that different from what a piston does, right? I don't think. I don't use pistons very much anymore for anything. I do have quite a few pistons in here. Let's compare. So I don't. I need another button. I don't think pistons need power, so that is an advantage. I guess I can't put the button right. Why can't I put the button on there? Am I pushing the wrong button? Okay, do this. Okay, there we go. So you can't put buttons directly on pistons, but you can put them on pushers, which is a difference. The piston doesn't need power. Okay, and it can push that block. And it also, let's see. Oh, but it can push more than one. Okay, so that's a difference. I'm sure there's a limit, probably 16. I don't know why that number jumps into my head, but okay. So there are some differences. But an advantage is, okay, that these things can push, and that is not going to do it. That will not work because this frame holds on to whatever's underneath it. So I guess if I go like this, and I click underneath, now you see how when you first put it down, you can see it through the sides, right? There's like these holes that are open you can see through. I right-clicked on the bottom of that with this wrench, the crescent hammer that is, and it made that kind of solid, which means that now things won't stick to that. And when you pick it up, it stays that way. So now this should slide. There we go, because it's not sticking to the blocks underneath it are not sticking to it. Okay, but this I just lost a brick. I hate that. I think I did. Yes, 2. This pick of mine is really actually too fast. I'm always breaking more than I intend to. Okay, so what was I gonna do? Put this one back down. This is the one that can slide. Okay, so I put a brick on top. I push the button. The bricks go along for the ride. That would not happen with the vanilla piston, right? Pretty sure. I put that down. I put a brick here, and I guess I need to do this again. I put this button there. It pushes it, right? Cool. But if I put a brick on top of that one, it pushes the one on the bottom, but not the one above. All right, so the key difference between these pushers, which are like super pistons or modified, like a vanilla piston, but with some differences. It needs power, and it can't push a block if there's a block in front of it, blocking it. Is that you also have these frames, and the frames are the big difference. Big difference. Also, pushers can push other pushers. I don't think pistons can push up. No, wait, pistons can push other pistons. I'm not sure. Okay, so let's. Not again. I guess I should turn my magnet back on. Let's do that. This won't happen again. Maybe I should switch out my there. I could switch out my pick. I don't need to have the super fast pick on me. Is it in here? No, it's not. Where'd I put my other pick? Oh well, maybe I'll just be careful. Okay, so let's grab this and that. And actually, it would probably be better to have a Tesseract. I didn't make a Tesseract auto crafting recipe. So let's, I do have, that's a molecular assembler. A dimensional transceiver only. Oh, I need a ender resonator. Oh, that's such a pain. Okay, I won't worry about that right now. Okay, so let's start building something. What else do I need? I guess first we should choose a spot. And maybe we might need more frames. So let's make some more frames. We'll make 10 more. Go ahead. Okay. And yeah, that'll do for now. Okay, let's find a spot to put this. And it's dark. Okay. The contraption I'm thinking of making is only going to go in one direction, which is north. Because it's going to go from, it's going to build a tunnel from my base up to here to this jungle. All that right there is jungle. And I want it to go underground. So I could build it. I could just build it in this ravine, at the bottom of this ravine. The other thing is that, of course, at some point it's going to be underwater, and I am not sure what the ideal depth would be. Like, do I want it to, it might be cool if it were like on the bottom, but not in the middle of the water, but that could take a lot of work finding the ideal, if there is an ideal depth. So I guess I won't worry about that, and I'll just put in support structures after it's done if I think they're needed. Okay, so I guess we'll build it here. That's the way down. I don't think that there's anything. I don't think I've built anything here. I mean, I've dug here and there down here, but I don't think I've built anything over here. You know what? Actually, we should go deeper because that makes me think maybe this ravine isn't the right spot. Because I wouldn't mind picking up diamonds and stuff on the way. But I got plenty of diamonds. I don't really need to worry about that. We'll just build it here. Okay, so let's just clear out a little more area. I don't have my hammer anymore. I think that was in the knapsack that I had the problem with. Okay, let's see here. Actually, I wonder if I can. Okay, so I probably should build it up in the air a bit. I mean, 1 block high, so I don't have to worry about. So I can close things off more easily. Maybe I should go. Well, no, we'll do that. We'll just do this. Okay, so there we go. So I'm going to build a little platform here. Okay. I'm not sure how much room we're going to need, but I can always take some of this stuff away if this turns out to be too much. I want the cutting face to be 5 wide. So I'll just go ahead and make the platform 5 wide. I probably won't need the whole platform to be 5 wide, but I can always take stuff out. Okay, so let's just test a little bit here how this thing's gonna move. That makes me think that I really don't have a lot of room here. I might have to, probably in between episodes, I'll clear out some of this stone so I do. But the basic idea is we put down a pusher like this, and then we change which way it's facing here. There. I guess we'll just do this. I might change that. Okay, and we need, it probably has a little power in it still. I think it has a buffer, but I'll go ahead and put this down. And then we take our button and put it back. Now, when I push that button, let's go, I'll hover. When I push that button, this whole thing should move. Oh, but that won't work. I can't have that there. I'll have to put it to the side. There. Okay. So when I push this button, this whole frame is going to move, including that cell, because it's touching one of the frames. And but the frame pusher itself won't, I don't think. If it did, it would be wonderful, but I don't think that's the way it works. There. So everything moved. The button fell off. But the pusher didn't move. The button fell off because it was actually touching this frame right here. So if I took that off, I think the button would not move again. So maybe I should have made a slider. I'll just move you. Just to do that again. I think. I need more spots here. There we go. Okay, so if I think this time when I push the button will not pop off. I wonder if will I move with the frame? I do. There we go, the button didn't push. Now, if I push it again, well, of course nothing will happen because there's nothing right in front of the pusher. Okay, so that is good. We're just testing things here. Okay, so now that's a great way to get the whole platform moved one, but you can't keep on doing that without moving the pusher, right? That's a lot. That's very cumbersome. So the solution to that, I guess, is first off I need, oh no, I don't have any room to go back, so let's temporarily move everything over. And I'll just put another one there and do that again. Now my button's gone. Okay, we'll take this off. Okay. So what I want to do, put that back, is we have two pushers. So this pusher is going to go right here. And we're going to turn it so it's facing this way. And that button will go back. Now, and we put this here. Okay, so the idea is you push this button, everything gets pushed forward, including everything, the whole this whole frame structure, including anything attached to it, which would be this cell and this pusher. This pusher will also get moved, and that'll move it to this spot. It'll be right behind. Since this doesn't move, this whole setup will look exactly the same, except for this will be right there. And then we want this to be activated automatically, and we're going to do that using a redstone torch, which I need to get. And then I bet my timer will go off after we test this. But it'll show basically how this thing's going to work as far as moving. As far as the moving, that is not the right thing to do. Okay, so I have a bunch of redstone torches for some reason. Okay, I think maybe if I put the redstone torch right here, that'll do what I want. These things move. They move things when there's a redstone signal and there's been a block update or something like that. Okay, so let's try this out. No, that did not do what I wanted. So maybe that's not in the right spot. Maybe it has to be on it. Let's try that again. Okay. Oh, the redstone torch died. Okay. Maybe I should just use a... I know this is probably really simple once you know what you're doing, but I don't really know what I'm doing yet. Oh, and I'm running out of room again. Okay. Well, let's... I'll just use the button for now, just to establish how this is supposed to work. Okay, so this pushes the whole thing forward, and then this... Oh, it doesn't have any power. Oh, maybe that's why it didn't work before. That's right. So maybe I should use a slider instead, because I could put the slider right here and it would get power. I guess that's what we'll do. Okay, well, let's go make a slider. Then I only have to have one energy cell. Not that one. Okay, so... Oops. Oh, there's my timer. Okay, let's just do this to establish at least that this works. And I will... Oh, it's dark. Continue the experimenting. Maybe I should do the rest of my experimenting off camera, so I know what I'm doing. I've done stuff like this before with Red Power's, I think it was Red Power's frame system, but that was a long, long time ago. Could even be years. It's kind of surprising how quickly time has gone past. Okay, so I guess we'll have to move this again. Why is that piston in my hotbar all this time? Okay, so we'll put the slider right here. And we need to turn it this way. And we want... That's not what I want. There. Maybe... Click here. Shoot. There's maybe a shift click. Ah. I have to find the right... When is it going to turn the way I want? That's what I want to know. When will you turn the way I want? There. So that arrow, see how this arrow means it's going to push anything this way, which you can already tell because of where the, the bright green side is. This one, it's gonna push whatever block is here in front of the blue side, but which way is it going to slide it? It's going to slide it in the direction of the arrow. Okay, so let's try this out. I'll put a button right there and push it, and it can't move because there's blocks in the way. Okay, so we'll push the button, and everything should move. Voila. Now, I'll push the button here, and that moves, and then the button falls off. Okay, and then you can push this button again, and it will move again. The whole thing will move again. Everything's back in the position where it should be. We just have to do, we need a different way than buttons, because the buttons end up falling off, but there's other things to do instead of buttons. Buttons are just temporary to like test things out, because they're easy. Okay, so that's the basic thing. In between episodes, I think I will build the components. I will build this thing so that I can do that without everything falling off and it working reliably. Right, I'll get everything ready to do that. Maybe I'll do it and then I'll disassemble it and show you. I don't know. I'm also gonna build this area out a bit. I'm gonna clear out some of this stone here so we have more room to move around in. Okay, so but anyway, so this is the start. This is the start of it. So this has been Keith Modesto playing modern Minecraft. Thank you for watching. I hope you have a fantastic day.